Hi, it's me again. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this video or not, so I'm just gonna say this spontaneously while the feelings and thoughts are fresh for me. This is kind of a reaction video to somebody I just watched on YouTube. Um, this young woman who lives in Northern California. I've been watching her videos on YouTube for a couple of weeks, maybe about 6 weeks now. And when I say young, she looks like she's 18, but she could be a good bit older. She could be, mid 30s. No, not mid 30s. Definitely not mid 30s. Mid 20s, I meant to say. Maybe, even close to 30. And she just made a video. Her name is Star. She has an unusual last name, and I can't think of what her last name is. And I'll see what comes out. I might share a link with this to her so she could hear me speaking directly to her comments and ideas and experiences and stuff. I'm not 18. I'm not in my mid-30s either. But I feel like you do some things that are similar. You're going through things that are similar to what I've gone through, what I am going through. But you've done some things that I've never even come close to doing. And you've had success of a type that I've never. I mean, I've dreamt of having the kind of success that you've experienced. I still kind of dream of it a little bit, but I don't think I'm ever going to have it. And that's kind of what my whole gist of my point for you is, Star, that there's two different worlds going on now. There's the world of success. You mentioned, your desire for success. But I think what you want for success is similar to what I want for success. I want to survive. But I'm never going to send this to you. I'm not going to continue making this video. This is stupid. I won't be as honest or open and as if I were to talk to you in person, and me thinking I'm making this for you, and I may never show it to you. You may never see it. I can't get that. I can't break into that sense of honesty. So anyway, okay, let me keep talking just about what she kind of triggered for me in my own sense, for my own video talk for today. This girl, she apparently has had huge success as a YouTube vlogger or whatever. And she rose to high success really quickly. And then she took a year off. Now she's coming back. And since she's not as successful now as she was originally, she's struggling. And so like in her video today, she went out and had an interview for a job. And when the interviewer found out what it is that she does, that she's an independent spirit, that she has had a career as a vlogger, a YouTube vlogger, he said, you don't want this job. This job will crush your spirit. I mean, he didn't really say that, but that's kind of what was behind his point. And that's one of the things that lit up for me with my experience of the two paths I go. Me now, how I'm following my own independent way, doing things I like doing, and developing a sense of trust in God and the universe that I'm going to be taken care of. And that there's varying degrees of being taken care of. Sometimes, a lot of money's coming in and you can go out for dinner once a week or something. And other times, not much money's coming in and you got to stay at home and cook for yourself. She even expressed that her own father has been homeless. He was homeless for 10 years. So, she's witnessed that and saw that this man survived that. I don't know any more of his story, so I don't think she made it sound like he's not homeless anymore. Um, and yeah, there's just varying degrees. So, sometimes success will be bountiful, plenteous. There'll be a lot of things working out, giving you success and money, and other times there won't. But the thing that I am finding and I'm resisting letting happen anymore is I don't want to sacrifice my vision of my own personal path and journey and happiness for the toil of murderous working conditions of working for an employer. I can't go back and work for an employer. Now, this girl, I know there's dozens, there's hundreds of other people like her that are, artists, people like myself now trying to say, I want to be an artist, and to survive, I have to work at Whole Foods, or I have to work at Starbucks. I don't know why she's not considering that. She was applying for a job in an office, like doing, I don't know, filing or, something horrendous. If she could get a job at a place where she could be of public service, like working with customers, with the public as a cashier or a barista, then, that would be something that's what a lot of young people do. That's how a lot of young people that are artists or independent individual entrepreneurs or whatever, that's how they balance things out. And I don't know why. And even in comments, somebody said, why don't you consider becoming a barista? She already loves coffee. So anyway, I know more so now than ever before that I can't go back and work any kind of job that requires me to be on a schedule. It's so anathema against my internal structure. I just can't do it. It's something that will very quickly push me into depression and make me sick. One or the other will happen first. Either I'll get sick. That's like the pattern I've seen. Every time I've gone back to work over the past 5 years, I got sick, physically sick. Then the depression came, which I never experienced before. So, yeah, that's like God just really slapping me down and saying, you cannot do that anymore. Okay. I was going to go into San Francisco today. I thought about it last night. I was making kind of a half-baked plan to go and do that today, and ended up not going. Pretty much decided not to go because of the heat and not wanting to sit on a BART train for 2 hours to get from this place I'm at now into the city and back. Sometimes sitting on BART is nice, but you used to be able to travel that distance in half the time. I think they've slowed down the trains or something because nobody's riding them. It must save them money to not run the trains as quickly. Something like that. And even though it was 100 here and only 83 in the city, maybe 85, 85 in the city is really hot. And if it's a summer day and there's no breeze, that's stifling over there. So I would have been just as uncomfortable over there as I was here. So I decided not to go. And that was okay. I did a little bit of art, didn't do much. And I find that I'm not really starting to do any new paintings or drawings until later in the day, like dinner time and beyond. I don't know. It takes me that long to relax and get in the mood. I could do it earlier, but I'm not. Okay, I don't know if I really had anything else to say. Star, if I do end up showing this to you, one other thought I had, I see that you come down to the Bay Area a lot. You made one video, you were in Richmond, another video, you just mentioned being in Oakland. I live near Walnut Creek, if you ever want to come down to Walnut Creek and have somebody to kick around and talk about things with. Oh, here's what else I was going to say about you or for you. I know you're spiritually minded. You know, you've got a picture of Babaji on your, or Sai Baba. You've got a picture of Sai Baba on your refrigerator. And I saw something else. You went to see Amma, and other things you've said that in tone that you've had experience with Hindu practices and stuff. So I assume you're probably a meditator, although I just have never really heard you talk about it much. I thought that as something on the side that you could do would be to learn how to give like tarot card readings, or do a quick lesson plan in learning some astrology or something, where you could give readings for people, because you've got the perfect personality for being able to communicate with people and speak with them directly. So I think that's something that you would be a very convincing conveyor of these types of truths for. So that's something that you could integrate into your video work or something, maybe. I don't know. You might not have any interest in those things at all. And I was going to talk about my own inclination of interest in thinking about doing those things. I have a couple of friends who have told me that I've got an ability to do psychic readings, partly because we all went to the same training program together, and they can experience firsthand what they know I've learned there, and they're all like, you should make yourself available like this and make money. And I don't have the confidence. I don't have the confidence to do that, so I don't. And I keep it restricted to just doing it for my friends. I do it for myself, and I do it for my friends. And I've got a lot of friends that don't even know I do this, or even if they did know I did this, they wouldn't be interested in it anyway. So it's a very closed market for me as a card reader or a psychic healer or whatever. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Cheerio.